Hang on, we gotta get rewind here. Let's go. Update title. All right, we're just gonna leave the camera off here for this show. Well, I don't know. I guess not. I'm interviewing people. We'll turn it back on. Hang on. Who's behind Venezuela? We gotta change that to. For the YouTubers, it's the highest record of non-filing of taxes and non-payment. What you're going to see should motivate you on these streams to want to copy Italy right now. They're completely all they're staying home, they're chilling. Nobody's taking their houses or their property. They're not buying nothing and going bankrupt. The government's like them to pay taxes. We need to fund these fucking stupid. They had one job, protect that flotilla, and they backed out last minute. So anyway, let's go back to.
You know, like, it gets crazy out. But there's a blueprint. So in the blueprint to do this, find it. Hey, buy anything. You know what I mean? If you can't afford food, obviously get 3 weeks rations. I'm just saying. You guys see what's going on in Italy right now, right?
Used to crimes. It is so the duty of us people to stand with against the Trump administration and are committing both here in the U.S. and against Venezuela.
Now in these we're showing you the video we have immediately after the interview finished. We're arrested by 2 Grand Rapids police officers. You see it in the video, and an officer tell that she's being failure to obey a law.
Really?
Well, it's real fucking crazy. But I get this government, with how much fucking money they make and how many fucking vacations they get to use, tell me how we don't get paid family leave. Tell me how the minimum wage at $7.25 just makes just enough sense. Have Dr. Oz of all fucking people standing next to RFK Jr. telling us that we're under babied and we need to do work. Fuck you! Do your job!
Honey, the government is saying we're not having babies.
Not feed the babies we have. Why does the government want more? We're not feeding babies we have. Why does the government want more? I know you're thinking, what's your statistic? Where's your proof? That we're feeding the babies we have. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that my toddler's daycare just opened a food bank in the fucking lobby. Classmates might not be able to eat. We got the government. Who's in charge of SNAP benefits? Government that's in charge of food. The government that decides where our fucking money is gonna go. It's gonna get $40 billion in Tina. They're gonna build a fucking ballroom to have big old dances. They're gonna send how much fucking money for missiles? But the babies we already got, we're not gonna feed. We already don't feed the babies. And the government's out here saying we're under baby. We're not under baby. We're underpaid.
you want more babies? Fucking pay us! Give us the money to feed our fucking kids! Could you try that? Could you think that one through? Could you pull up one Excel that says pay the moms and dads and they'll fuck more? Who wants to fuck right now with these bills? Who wants to? Who wants to not have it count? Right. Name it. Fuck her because of some fucking terrorist, because psychopath from the Epstein plane decides on a willy whim that he's mad at Canada or some shit. Over and over again, I keep getting told it's our fault. It's our fault America's this way. Well, it's real fucking crazy. When I look at the government, with how much fucking money they make, and how many fucking vacations they get to use, tell me how we don't pay family leave. How the minimum wage of $7.25 just makes us an ass. House of all fucking people. It's the RFK telling us that we're underpaid and we need to do work. Fuck you! Do your job!
The government is saying we're not having a baby.
Maduro, the communist leader of Venezuela, who I guess we're on the way to killing something, forcing changing him. Maduro, most people didn't know this, whatever his many faults, has the most socially conservative probably in the hemisphere. It's just a fact. I mean, I didn't make this up. I'm not in charge of Venezuela. Just noticing. Venezuela had banned deportation, banned gay marriage, and banned usury. You don't have credit cards with 40% interest in Venezuela. Ben Shapiro responded this way.
He's shipping fentanyl to the United States to kill Americans. Why do I give a shit whether he's anti-LGBTQ rights?
Maduro's against Israel. Oh. I don't give a shit. Well, you spent like a decade pretending you did give a shit.
The American government just attacked Venezuela, kidnapped their leader and his wife, and here are all the details that you will not hear on mainstream media because Israel controls media and Israel's involved in this as well. So here's what really happened. So the American government did military airstrikes to pave their way for their special operations to go in there and kidnap Maduro and his wife. Maduro was immediately flown to America where he will be given a fake trial under false charges. This is to give the illusion of legitimacy. The illegal overthrow of a foreign country, straight out assassination, would have looked too much like a naked power grab overthrow of a foreign government, which is exactly what this is, just with a thin disguise sham trial. Venezuela will now be given a fake democracy. The illusion of choice to pacify the masses, while their new choice for leadership will be intentionally limited to a bunch of puppets. The next elected leader of Venezuela is already prearranged to be Maria Machado. In 2020, she already signed a political alliance with Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud party. Venezuela will now be part of the ZOG. Now, why is Venezuela in America and Israel? Multiple reasons. Venezuela was part of the opposition alliance with Russia, China, and Iran. And it has one of the top oil reserves in the world. So now that Venezuela becomes part of ZOG, it weakens the opposition alliance and strengthens ZOG. And Maria all announced that she will privatize oil production in Venezuela. Privatizing oil production is just a disguised way to sell off Venezuela's oil production cheap to Israeli controlled business like Chevron and Exxon, which is by Larry Fink and BlackRock. It's the illusion of a free market while everything is controlled and goes to the profit of Israel. This illegal overthrow government comes after America's boss, Benjamin Netanyahu, came to him several days to give orders. America like that Netanyahu first. Then he does in America, he controls situation, free Nicolas Maduro, and stop the dog. We have to guess we're deciding over the trial of Venezuela's leader Maduro is not surprising. Being held in New York City, MDC, Brooklyn. Same place Luigi Mangione is currently at. Also same place Puff Daddy was, and only a couple miles from the prison Epstein spent his life. But let's look at how Israel is behind every single aspect of the Venezuela takeover and how they benefit. The next ZOG leader put in place is Maria Machado. Look, she's even doing the Anna Kasparian meme. She's guilty already. Why do they all do that? In 2020, she signed an alliance agreement with Netanyahu's Likud party. Netanyahu came to America to visit Trump in Florida. We can see now that that was to secure his final orders on such a big move. And the same night that Netanyahu left was the night that America bypassed Congress to airstrike
the elites, the government, the Jews, whatever you call it, they don't want your money. They have enough forever. They don't want money. Is to erase the idea of Christ, of Jesus Christ, from everybody's mind. They want to pervert society so that we idolize and worship nonsense, porn, fucking money, usury, treason. All those low vibrating things is what the government is essentially trying to bombard your brain with so that you lose your connection. And when I mean Christ, I mean Christ and Christ as a concept and Christ as a crystallized reality from 5D to 4D, alright?
Why aren't you in uniform?
I was hoping I wouldn't have to do this, but I've seen try and post this video. It's been stifled. So, by the way, I would never take my own life. I mean, this is what I'm saying. The shooting, it's like JFK. 7 and 9/11. It did not happen the way they are telling us. One other thing to add. Why is this video being scrubbed, but we were all able to watch poor Charlie take one right in the neck without having any fucking censorship? Fucking the algo just didn't run, would be a question. Anyways, here's the fucking video. This was one of the very first witnesses interviewed at the shooting.
Okay. I was standing from probably the third row in the bottom. I saw him, I heard the shot. I looked to my left, and then I looked over to my right. I saw him slump over in his chair forward. He stood over. He had blood coming from the left side of his neck, down his shirt, and he slumped over.
Running high right now.
Yeah, they all ganged up on him.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to do this, but every channel seen try and post this video has been stifled. So fuck it. By the way, I would never take my own life. I mean, this is what I'm saying. The shooting, just like JFK, just like Building 7 and 9/11, it did not happen the way they are telling us. One other thing to add. Why is this video being scrubbed, but we were all able to watch poor Charlie take one right in the neck without having any fucking censorship? Can the algo just let that shit run? Would be a question. Anyways, here's a fucking video. This was one of the very first witnesses interviewed at the shooting.
Okay. I was standing from probably the third row in the bottom. I saw him, I heard the shot ring out. I looked to my left, and then I looked over to my right. I saw him slump over in his chair forward. He slumped over. He had blood coming from the left side of his neck, down his shirt. He slumped over and he was off.
Running high right now.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to do this, but every channel I've seen try and post video has been stifled. So fuck it. By the way, I would never take my own life. I mean, this is what.
Let's take a look at the comments and see if we get any. All stayed. Whatever happened in the Vegas.
I feel like people have been severely overreacting to the situation right now. And I think it's because every single day we get shit that comes on our phone. We're like, all right, what do you do? He f***ed kids. The president of the United States f***ed kids. It's not a fucking mystery. Hey, do you want to see the Epstein files? Right here. He f***ed kids. Motherfuckers stormed the Capitol for no reason. They ran in fucking Scooby-Doo and Mystery Incorporated, splitting up for clues for nothing. Obama's tan suit was a scandal. Now, he's a war criminal. We'll unpack that later. But still, he f***ed kids. And nobody's doing anything about it. Nothing. Nothing. Not a single fucking thing is being done. He f***ed kids. Why are we dropping fucking memes in TikTok chats being like, if not dictator, why dictatorship? He f***ed kids. We're not doing anything. No. Business as usual. Okay, fuck me. I feel like people have been
Yeah, for sure. Donald Trump kids, bro. He's a PDF file, bro. Definitely getting the Tucker Carlson. All right, let's get these last few in here. We'll do another radio ID here in a minute. All right, we're good, I think. All right, Revolt Radio 90.1. There we go. We'll do an ID here for the radio listeners. Well, we got that in the playlist, and we'll download some more, what do you call it later? Who cares?
underreacting.
Imagine being so guilty kicked out of the black men back then. That's how ADL was created. The ADL was created to protect a Jewish rapist. Leo Frank was a Jew who murdered and raped a girl named Mary Pagan, or Fagan. He told the KKK that it was his black man named James Conley who did it. KKK, we don't believe you. Leo Frank was lynched.
Hey, you know what I'm drawn to? Comeback stories. Entrepreneurs and business owners who come
Illuminati. Of course we put the truth in fictional movies. When people tell the truth, you're gonna say that's from a movie. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we're run by shifting people. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we normalize pedophilia amongst the elites. We use it as blackmail. That's how we get them to do what we want. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we caused all the talk about the earth shape. Flat, round, doesn't matter. It's neither of those. Gave you those two options to confuse you. Keep you
Nigga, it's flat as hell.
further away from the truth. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we invent this. Without diseases, we can't make money off the treatments. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we had a secret meeting to make chaos profitable through the prison system. I think all the best rappers rap about the worst shit. All we do is free the rappers that are gonna continue to rap about drugs and violence, and we keep the ones that think they're fucking Malcolm X. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we target black people. For whatever reason, God likes them, and our leader is the devil. You know how that goes. We just gotta do what he said. I'm the Illuminati. Of course NASA is a scam. If people thought they had other planets to go to, they're just gonna let us destroy this one. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we control the internet. If someone was to jump out of their body and start telling people what we're really up to, we would just suppress them. Now, if this person already had a lot of followers and the video somehow got out there, then we kill him. Of course.
This first song is a song I wrote about circumstance, and it's called God Hates the Tips of Little Babies' Dicks.
God hates the tips of little babies' dicks. God hates the tips of little babies' dicks. Oh, if your kid's a man, you know he'll scream and yet God cut it off, for the little soul will burn in hell.
It's actually a Jewish thing.
But on closer inspection, he noticed that he'd left one piece a bit too long. God hates the tips of little babies' dicks. God hates the tips of little babies' dicks. So if your kid's a man, even though he'll scream and yell.
Even though it was a Jewish thing and it wasn't a part of Christianity.
Gotta cut it off, or his little soul will burn in hell. God gathered people's leaders, said start sipping babies' wieners. This will be a sign of our love and covenant. A few then went and raised objections, saying they didn't see the connection. But he said, I'm God, so none of this needs to make sense.
It was actually the Jews.
He told me, cut him with the scalpel, go cut him with the scissors, or go and perform a matitza buffet.
Yeah, see, yo, what is the matitza buffet? Did God actually permit people to do that? Look it up. METZITZAHB''PEH. Mitzvah? Oh my God.
That's when the rabbi sucks the blood out the baby's penis with his mouth. I swear to God, that's a real thing. Go and Google it. Today across the land, people still keep his commands. Children learn their first lesson right after birth. The ones who are supposed to protect them hold them down and painfully correct them. Then they smile and say, welcome to life on earth. God hates the tips of little babies' dicks. God hates the tips of little babies' dicks. So take a little off the top, because that's what God is just, unless it's not. And some ancient Persians just made it up. Unless it's not, and some ancient Persians just made it up.
Ancient Persians made it up. Shout out to him, he was a legend.
He was playing the doctor throwing out baby dicks. And we didn't have the budget for real baby dicks, so those are hot dogs. So you can eat those if you want. But that matitza buffet thing, 100% really true. That's a real thing that happens today. Like in the 21st century, literally today, somewhere in the world, a guy got up, went to work, he put a bic in his mouth, and then the parents of that baby paid him. So, religion is weird. This first song is a song I wrote about.
This is what they've been just talking about.
Stop that. We'll never have another chance. Come right out and they tell us exactly what they're going to do. So one world government, one world central bank, one world military, social. credits the government can use to turn off your bank account. Vietnam just deleted 86 million bank accounts of people who refused to get their digital ID. They just deleted them. Wonder where that money went. If you're not paying attention, you probably don't know that England is putting people in prison for social media posts like memes and fucking comments. This is the trajectory that we're headed. Dude just got put in federal prison in England for saying that he didn't want his prioritizing illegal immigrants instead of being used for the betterment of his own countrymen. Listen, if you don't start standing up and saying something like I am, this will be the end of national sovereignty. It will be the end of privately owned property. They're literally telling people that if you don't accept digital IDs, you're going to be excluded from society. That's what they're telling them. That means they won't allow you to board a train, to get on a plane, to go to work. They won't allow you to do the things that you would normally do if you don't accept their digital ID. Telling you that they won't allow you to pay your fucking mortgage without providing them a digital ID number. They'll take away your home for non-compliance. They'll or remove your children's school. This isn't a joke. This is what's happening right now. We have less than 5 years to do something about it. If you don't recognize how serious this is, you're not attention. This is what they're doing. They won't allow you to register your cars. They'll turn you away from medical care. And they'll do all
Well, you don't need to register your car. That's the problem, brother. You got that wrong.
this while they're telling you that you're not doing it. It's your choice, right? Like it was your choice to go with the jab. For that, this is how they institute the new normal. This is how they end the family unit. This is how they force vaccinations. This is how they introduce universal basic income. This is how they introduce microgrid, a global credit system. This is what they want. This is what they're building right now. And they're coming right out and they're telling you thousands of 5G towers, the end of private transportation, the end of private farms, businesses run by the government, travel restricted land use. You think fetched? Take a look around and wake the fuck up. They already tested it in 2020 with the lockdowns, restrictions, fear campaigns, government-run media, and most people complied without a second. That was the dress rehearsal. That was the warm-up round. 2030 is their final act. But here's the thing. It was all supposed to go down in 2015, but they missed their deadline, so they pushed it back to 2020. It's that too. It'll tell you. See, it tells me that we're much more fierce of an opponent than they ever realized. They didn't account for level-headed, logical thinking, like-minded brothers like us to dig our heels in and say, fuck you. But it's not good enough. Efforts will only get more aggressive, more pronounced, and more relentlessly egregious towards dissenters. And here's the truth. If we don't fight back now, if we don't raise our voices, if we don't refuse to comply, if we don't build strength and unity in our own communities, and when the curtain drops, it's over. We won't get another chance. This is bigger than politics. This is about freedom. This is about sovereignty. This is about whether your kid and your grandkids get to live free or as digital slaves in a system that is designed to own them.
Get on my call tomorrow all about how to stand firm and fight back, because without the time, the money, the energy, the health, the resources, we're screwed. This is what they've been distracting us from. Wait for the end solutions.
We don't stop the warmongers in Australian politics.
Use Cash App, you could be owed money right now. Cash App is alleged that customer data was putting users at risk. Because of that, users may be eligible for compensation. Some use up to $2,500. This has losses, time spent fixing issues, or identity protection. Here's how you can claim moneypilot.com. You just Cash App, tap, answer a few questions, and submit. That's it. Thanks to Money Pilot, I never miss out on lawsuits that make my wallet fat. And the best part is how easy it is to claim these. It's like no forms, no. It just takes seconds to get it done. So if you think and want to stay up to date on all the eligible for, go to Money Pilot right now before you miss the deadline. If you ever use Cash App, you could be owed money right now.
Charlie Kirk turned down $150 million payout directly from that writing that he pro-Israel cause. Kirk stated in writing that he could no longer be affiliated with the pro-Israel cause. Charlie Kirk was on the verge of gaping millions of young people all over the country who had every word they said. And then he was killed in typical Israeli fashion. Just like the exploding pagers, Charlie Kirk was killed by weaponized microphone. And if just one thing is clear in all of this, it should be that Charlie Kirk was murdered for turning toward the truth, toward the light, and away from Israel. Charlie Kirk was murdered because he could no longer be bought. And that's what people do. They do it every single time. So when you install someone as a member of Congress or a talking head somewhere, they should do it.
Breaking news that's not good, by the way. You know what I mean? We'll talk about it like, you know, updates on certain events.
Pay their way in. They pay into the system that they have subverted and twisted inside out to weaponize against the American people, to weaponize against the Goyim government and everything that surrounds it are occupied. Given this picture for decades, for this two-party representative constitutional republic of governance that serves we the people, in reality, that's just a fallacy. It's fantasy camp. We don't have a system like that. We have a beast system, and it needs to be torn down. We need a million Charlie Kirk, a million Thomas Masseys rising up all over this country, stepping forward and charging into the night, storming the gates of hell. We need voices like Charlie Kirk. We need voices like Thomas Massey on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. We need people in this who are willing to stand up and fight back and say, you know, Israel and AIPAC into my community, and also is my representative in Congress. So we need just as big, just as aggressive, just as powerful as AIPAC that fights for the Gentiles, for real Americans. Turn down $150 million payout directly from Netanyahu's regime. Kirk stated in writing that he was leaving the pro-Israel cause. No longer be affiliated with the Israel cause. Charlie Kirk was on the verge of killing millions of young people all over the country who hanged on every word that he said. And then he was killed in typical fashion. Just like the exploding, Charlie Kirk was killed by a weaponized microphone. And if just one thing is clear in all of this, it should be that Charlie Kirk was murdered toward the truth, toward the light, and away from Israel. He was murdered because he could no longer be bought. And that's what these people do. They do it every single time. So when they want to install someone as a member of Congress or a talking head, they just do it. They pay their way in. They pay into the beast system that they have subverted and twisted inside out to weaponize against the Goyim. Our government and everything that surrounds it are occupied for decades.
Rob Copper. Yeah, more footage of them killing Palestinians, right?